Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we can see the differential staining techniques used in bacteriology. Differential staining is a staining process which uses more than one chemical stain. It is using multiple stains so we can better differentiate between different microorganisms. We can also visualize the structures or cellular components of a single organism. Mainly used differential staining methods are Gram staining and acid-fast staining. Gram staining is developed in 1884 by Hans Christian Gram. It is the most widely used method in bacteriology. The specialty is that it is the only method employed for the diagnostic identification of bacteria in clinical specimen. This procedure separates the bacteria into two groups. They are gram-positive bacteria and gram-negative bacteria. The main reagents employed are crystal violet, gram-sidin, 95% ethanol or acetone, and safranin. Crystal violet it is the primary stain, and gram-sidin it is the mordant, and the ethanol or acetone is used as decolorizer. Safranin it is the counter stain. Coming to the principle of gram staining. The main principle of gram staining is the difference in the cell wall composition of gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. When the bacteria is stained with the primary stain crystal violet and fixed by the mordant gram-sidin, some of the bacteria are able to retain the primary stain and some are decolorized by alcohol. This is because of the difference in their cell wall composition. Coming to the gram-positive bacteria, the cell wall of gram-positive bacteria, they are having a very thick layer of peptidoglycan and the lipid content is very low. So during decolorizing with the alcohol or acetone, the cell causes this thick cell wall to dehydrate and shrink. This closes the pores in the cell wall, preventing the stain from exiting the cell. So the ethanol cannot remove the crystal violet iodine complex that is bound to the thick layer of peptidoglycan in the case of gram-positive bacteria. So they are appearing purple in color. In case of gram-negative bacteria, the cell wall also takes up the crystal violet iodine complex, but they are having a very thin layer of peptidoglycan, but outer membrane it is having more amount of lipid. So they are having low peptidoglycan and high amount of lipids. The crystal violet iodine complex gets washed off while decolorization process. That is, when they are exposed to alcohol or acetone, the decolorizer dissolves the lipids in the cell wall. This makes large pores in the cell wall so that the crystal violet iodine complex it will leak out of the cell wall. So they get decolorized or they become colorless. While applying the counter stain safranin, they take the stain of safranin and appears red or pink in color. Coming to the procedure of gram staining, you have to prepare a thin smear. For that, you have to take a clean, grease-free slide, then prepare a thin smear, then air dry and heat fix the smear. Crystal violet was poured and kept for 1 minute and rinsed with water. Flood with gram-sidin and it is kept for 1 minute and again wash with water so that crystal violet iodine complex will be formed. After that we have to wash it with 95% alcohol or acetone, that is for 10 to 20 seconds only. Immediately we have to wash it with water. Add safranin for about 1 minute and wash with water. Air dry, blow dry and observe under the microscope, that is under low power and high power objectives. Examples of gram-positive bacteria are Bacillus, Clostridium, Lactobacillus, Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, etc. Gram-negative bacteria examples are E. coli, Salmonella, Shigella, Pseudomonas, Klebsiella, Neisseria, etc. Here we can see the procedure. In the procedure, first we can see the fixation process. That is, first we are making a smear, then after that it is fixed, then we are adding crystal violet. On fixation, these are colorless. On adding the primary stain crystal violet, they will take the color of crystal violet. Then on Gram's iodine treatment, the crystal violet iodine complex will be formed. On decolorization, in the case of gram-positive bacteria, they are not decolorized and they will remain in the same color. In the case of gram-negative bacteria, decolorization occurs. On application of counter stain, these decolorized gram-negative bacteria, they take the color of counter stain, and the gram-positive bacteria, it will remain in the violet color itself or purple color itself. Here this is the microscopic view of gram-negative bacteria. That is, here we can see gram-negative rods, and here we can see gram-positive cocci. They are appearing in clusters, grape-like clusters. Second type of differential staining is acid-fast staining. Different methods are available for this acid-fast staining. I am explaining the method Seale-Nielsen method. This is to differentiate acid-fast bacteria from non-acid-fast bacteria. This is mainly used for identifying Mycobacterium, mainly Mycobacterium tuberculosis from TB patients, and also for identifying Nocardia. Coming to the principle, there are some bacteria which can resist decolorization with strong acids and alcohols. They are referred to as acid-fast organisms, and this property is called acid fastness. Acid fastness is due to the presence of mycolic acid, a wax-like substance, in their cell wall. Due to high lipid content, it is difficult to stain the bacteria. Hence, for staining, these bacteria are heated with strong dye. Once stained, it is very difficult to decolorize them even with acids and alcohols. Non-acid fast bacteria can be easily decolorized and they will take the color of the counter stain. So, acid fast bacteria, they are exhibiting a special property called acid fastness. This acid fastness is due to the presence of mycolic acid in their cell wall, and they are referred to as acid fast bacterium, and the property is called acid fastness. That is, they cannot be decolorized with strong acids and alcohol. Once stained, they cannot be decolorized. Another peculiarity is that it is very difficult to stain the bacteria due to their high lipid content. So we have to apply heat with strong dyes. Coming to the procedure, first we have to prepare a thin smear, air dry the smear and heat fix the smear. Add the primary stain, that is carbolflexin, to the smear and gently heat the slide for 5 minutes. Slide is cooled and washed, then smear is treated with acid alcohol, it is a decolorizer. Then again wash, add the counter stain methylene blue. After that we have to wash, dry and examine under the microscope. The methylene blue, it can be kept for 45 seconds to 1 minute. After that we are washing, drying and observing under the microscope. And this is the diagrammatic representation here. In the first step, we are applying the carboflexin. It is a primary stain. Application of heat. Then heat is acting as the mordant here. That is, it is fixing the carboflexin to the bacterial cell. Application of acid alcohol. It is a decolorizer. After that, we are applying the counter stain methylene blue. So that non-acid fast bacteria will be appearing in the color of methylene blue, that is blue color, and acid fast will be appearing as red color. That is the color of carboflexin. Then acid fast bacteria, they retain the red color. Here we can see acid fast bacterium, and non-acid fast bacteria, they will be appearing in blue color. So acid fast staining, it is having diagnostic importance because we can easily diagnose TB in a patient using acid fast staining. That's all about differential staining techniques. Hope you understand the session. Thank you. Have a nice day.